Namaste, beautiful souls. This class is going to be a flowy vinyasa with an emphasis on back bends. So we'll be strengthening the back, opening the front, and really flowing through a variety of different poses that will strengthen your back bends in the long run. So when you're ready, I'll meet you on the mat. So we'll actually begin today seated. So come to your Sukhasana, your easy seated pose. Take your hands on your knees and we'll do a seated cat-cow. So inhale, lift the heart forward and up, squeeze the shoulder blades down the back. And as you exhale, press the spine towards the back of the room. Hook onto the knees so you don't fall backwards. Inhale, open and lift. Shoulder blades glide down the back. Exhale, round, chin to chest. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. On your breath, begin to just feel into the body. So we're starting straight away with movement today, as we really want to warm up the body before we get into any back bends. Any extreme back bends anyway. And we won't be doing anything too crazy extreme today. We'll play around with some poses, but it's really just a foundational class to warm up and get the body ready over the long run. Inhale, come back to center. And now Sufi grind. So reset at center. Inhale, swoop the body over to the right and forward to the left. Exhale, rounding in the back. So a big circle, drawing a big circle with your torso and with your tailbone. Continuing to move with the breath. Imagine that your tailbone is a big soup spoon and your pelvis is a big bowl and you're scraping the sides of that soup bowl. One more this direction. And switch ways, switch directions. See if you can lead this from the core. So engage the core a little bit and allow the torso, the core, to lead this movement. One more. Inhale, come back to center, come back to neutral. Big breath in, big breath out. Now take the right hand behind you. Inhale, left arm up and over. So we're kind of in a twist a little bit, but we're also arching the back. And if you'd like here, you can also lift the hips a little bit to get into a little bit of that back bend. And release, other side. Left arm back and around, right arm reaches up. Feel free to stay here or lift the hips a little bit, arch the back a little bit, open a little bit more. And release. Just keep the legs in Sukhasana and walk the hands forward on the spidey fingers. So keep a long flat back. Hinge from the hips, and once you're as far down as you can go, ground those sits bones down into the mat. Then you can begin to release the head, maybe feel a little bit of a stretch in the hip. Draw the chin in toward the chest, relax the shoulders. Inhale, spidey finger, walk the hands back in and switch legs. So whatever leg you didn't have in front last time, switch it over now. Inhale, get length in the spine. Ground down through the sits bones. Exhale, walk the spidey fingers forward as far as you can go while keeping that back flat and the sits bones grounded down, and then begin to round through the back. Draw the chin in toward the chest and feel and enjoy the stretch in the hips. Inhale, walk it back in and find your way to tabletop. Wrists directly underneath the shoulders, knees directly underneath the hips. Look back and make sure that your feet are not coming in but are emanating directly from the knees. Straight back toward the back of the mat. Spread the fingers super wide. I like to start with the pinky side and then finger by finger place it down in order to really get that wideness in the palm, in our base, right? Our foundations here. Inhale, drop the belly slightly, arch the back, open the heart towards the front of the room. Exhale, round shoulder blades, spine moves up towards the ceiling. Inhale, shoulder blades glide down the back, open. Exhale, paint the tailbone down toward the space between the knees, chin to chest. Inhale, rock forward, open, arch the back, relax the shoulders, micro bend in the elbows. Exhale, round. You want to start this movement from the tailbone. So initiate everything from the tailbone and then ripple through the rest of the spine. One more time. Excellent. Flip the toes under now. Lift the hips high. Downward facing dog. First down dog of the day, so be gentle. Pedal through the feet. Spread the fingers. Shake the head yes and no. And actually, come up onto the toes a little bit. Bend the knees, press the booty high, high, high to the sky, flat back, engage the core, and then bend the left knee deeply and press the right heel towards the mat. Hold. And breathe. Come back up onto the right toes. Inhale here, bend the knees. And exhale, bend the right knee deeply, straighten through the left leg, press the left heel in the direction of the mat. It doesn't have to touch the mat, of course. You should feel this in your hamstring quite a lot. Feels good. At least it does for me. And come back onto the toes. Allow both heels to yearn toward the mat now. Release the neck. Inhale, right heel swoops high to the sky. Exhale, step it through. Drop the left knee down. Inhale, come up, low lunge. Now play with your low lunge, so come onto the top of the left foot and allow the hips to drop as far down as they'll go, right? So now hips are super heavy. You might feel a nice stretch in the front of the hip flexor here. This is great, but we're kind of not muscularly engaged at all, right? Now, squeeze the thighs together really, really, really hard. So now everything is super engaged and you kind of come out of your lunge a little bit. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And then release into a middle ground where you're still engaging both legs, but you're able to release the front of that hip flexor a little bit more. Beautiful. You can reach the hands up to the air. Engage the core, relax the shoulders, press through the top of the left foot, squeeze the right thigh in towards the midline energetically, so we're not really bringing it all the way over, right? But we're squeezing it to tighten everything up. Awesome. Now bring the hands down to the low back. You can either have the fingers facing out or fingers facing up the back. Walk the hands up a little bit. Squeeze the elbows in towards each other and then begin to lift the heart up towards the sky. First, real back bend practice. You're engaging the legs though, okay? So don't let those legs release. They're what's holding you here. Excellent. Inhale, come back up. Hands reach up toward the sky. Fingertips graze the ceiling. Exhale, plant the palms. Step it back to tabletop. Bring the belly all the way to the mat. Squeeze the elbows in towards each other. Press through the tops of the feet. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, release. Again, like this. Squeeze the elbows towards each other. Lift the heart. Lift the hands so you know you're engaging your lower back. Exhale, release. Last one. Inhale, heart space yearns towards the front of the room. Lift the hands. You're flying, right? You're not pressing up. You're engaging the low back. Press to the tops of the feet. Lift the kneecaps off the mat. Release and press it back to downward facing dog. Inhale, left heel floats high to the sky. Exhale, step it through. Drop the right knee down. Inhale, low lunge. Engage the core. We'll do the same thing on this side. So now allow the hips to release. The legs are sort of just there. No muscular engagement whatsoever. Kind of feels nice on the front of the hips. And then squeeze the thighs together. Squeeze everything up and in. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. And then release. Find that middle ground. Both hip points are facing the front of the mat. Engage the core. And now bring the hands to the lower back, and we'll do that back bend. So walk the fingertips up the spine. Press the hips forward, engage the core, lift the heart. So it's not so much about falling backward. We're engaging the core. The core keeps us steady. The legs are our foundations, and we lift. Keep the chin tucked in towards the chest so the chin or the neck is in alignment with the spine. Squeeze the elbows toward each other. Smile. Inhale, release the hands. Hands graze the ceiling. Exhale, step it back. Tabletop, belly to the mat. Inhale, reach the right arm forward. Left heel kicks up. Exhale, release. Inhale, left arm reach forward. Right heel kicks up. Release. Right hand, left foot. Left hand, right foot. One more on each side. Beautiful. Press it back to downward facing dog. Inhale, right heel lifts high. Exhale, step it through, engage the core, flat back. Inhale, come up, high lunge. Press the left heel away from you, right knee stacks over the right ankle. Kick through the left heel, engage the core, relax the shoulders. Find your balance. Take the hands behind you now, clasp. Walk the fist down the left thigh, open the heart, engage the core, right? So again, we're not falling backwards. We are engaging the core and lifting the heart. So imagine you have a string attached to your sternum and it's lifting towards the sky. Press to that left heel. Inhale, come back up, keep the clasp. Look over your right shoulder, bring the clasp down toward your left hip. Press the fists away from you. Inhale, back to center, release the clasp, fingertips touch the ceiling. Exhale, plank. Strong plank, press the heels away from you, engage the core. Hip points move towards the face. Spread the fingers wide. Navel sucks up and in. Relaxed breath. And then bring the belly to the mat. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, release. Press it back to downward facing dog. So it's less about the strength today and more about the openness and the flexibility, right? We're supporting our body, we're loving on our body, and the strength comes, it's part of it, but we're not going out of our way to work on that today. Inhale, left heel glides up. Exhale, step it through. Press the right heel away from you. Inhale, high lunge. Square the hips, bend deep through that left knee. Maybe bend the right knee if you need to. Press the right heel away from you, engage the core. Now take the hands behind, funny thumb on top, reverse the clasp, walk the fist down the right leg, open the heart to lift the sternum. Lift, 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 smile, open. Shoulders, the front of the shoulders, front of the delts, release. Bend more deeply in the left leg. Inhale, come back up, twist over to the left now. Press the fist away from you. Press the right heel away from you. Squeeze the left knee in towards the midline. And back to center, release the clasp. Inhale, reach. Exhale, step it back, plank. Strong plank. We are going to work a little bit on the strength. Plank's just fun in the middle. All right, bring the belly to the mat. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, release. Now this time, take the hands behind you to clasp. Inhale, lift. Press through the tops of the feet. Press through the hip points. Kneecaps lift off the mat so the legs are super engaged. Exhale, release. We'll do it 2 more times. Inhale, lift and open. Open the chest. Engage the back. Exhale, release. Last time, inhale, press through the feet, engage the legs, lift the heart, fists move towards the heels, and release. Press it back to child's pose. Take a second to reset. Inhale, walk the hands in, come into sitting on your heels. And we'll do a back strengthening version of child's pose, okay? So bring the knees together, sit on the heels. And you'll inhale, lift, so you come up onto the knees. Hands reach up towards the sky, engage the core. Exhale, come down into child's pose, forehead on the mat. Inhale, lift, lift up, engage the glutes, shoulders relaxed. Exhale, forehead to mat. Don't use your hands. Inhale. 3. 4. Engage the glutes at the top. 5. 6. 7. 8. 2 more. 9. 10. And pause in child's pose. Beautiful. Walk the hands forward, flip the toes under, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, step it through, press the left heel away from you, engage the core, flat back. Inhale, high lunge. Take the hands behind you now, clasp, lift the heart, walk the fist down the thighs, bend deeply through the right leg, open, smile. Exhale, humble warrior. Right ear comes in the direction of the right ankle. Fist move away from you. You have to turn that back heel a little bit for balance. That's fine, totally normal. Bend deeply into the right leg. Open, open, open. Inhale, come back up, high lunge with a clasp. Release the clasp. Lift, back bend, press the left heel away from you. Exhale, plant the palms, step it back to plank. Belly to the mat. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, release. Reach the hands, the fingertips back towards the heels. This time, inhale, kick the heels up. Lift the heart space. Fly. Palms facing down. Fingertips towards the heels. Hold, hold, hold. Squeeze the glutes. Lift the heels higher. Hold. And release. Press it back to downward facing dog. Inhale the left leg up. Exhale, step it through. Inhale, high lunge. Clasp behind, reverse the clasp, open. Look up, smile. Exhale, humble warrior. If you fall out of it, that's okay. Just come back in. Inhale, come back up, high lunge with the clasp. Release the clasp. Look up, arch, back bend. Exhale, plant the palms. Step it back to plank. Bring the belly to the mat. Inhale, cobra. Once again, exhale, release. This time, if you'd like, stay in the version that we practiced before. So reach the hands back, lift the heels. Really engaging the back. Option number 2, spin the left leg, bend the right leg, grab the ankles. You can flex the feet if you'd like. And then on your next inhale, kick the heels up, away from you, grabbing onto the ankles, squeeze the knees towards each other, dip the chin, bow. Bow pose. And release, we'll do it 2 more times. Inhale, kick the legs up and away, squeeze the thighs together, open across the heart. This is such a deep opening pose. And release. Last time. Smile. And release. Bring the right cheek down. You can put one hand on top of the other and relax. Switch sides, left cheek down now. Bend the legs, bend the knees, soles of the feet towards the sky, and allow the feet to windshield wiper to the left and the right. And release. Take the elbow at a 90-degree angle out to the side, directly in line with your shoulder. And then open the left hip on top of the right like a book. Shoulder opener, you can play with the angle in the right elbow. Inhale, come back in, and we'll switch sides. So take the left arm out now, left elbow at a 90-degree angle, elbow in line with the shoulder. Press the left shoulder down, open the right hip up, and then you can play with the angle in that elbow to see where it feels the best for you. You should feel this on the front of the shoulder. Right hand goes wherever feels most comfortable. And come back to center. Press it up into tabletop, and then downward facing dog. Inhale the right leg up. Exhale, step it through, drop the left heel down, or knee down once again. Inhale up, low lunge. Take the left hand down, inhale, right arm up, twist. And then bend the left knee, reach back, grab the left foot, quad stretch, squeeze the right leg in so it's not coming out to the side too much. And release. Step it back, plank, vinyasa of your choice. I chose chaturanga, upward facing dog this time, to downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, step it through, drop the right knee down. Inhale, low lunge. Right hand down, left arm up, twist. And then bend the right knee, reach back and grab. You might need to readjust. Try to keep the hips square. Open towards the left side of the room, quad stretch, squeeze the left knee in. And release, step it back, plank, vinyasa to upward facing dog. Hold, press through the tops of the feet, look over the right shoulder, look over the left. Chaturanga to downward facing dog. Bring the knees down onto the mat, swing it around, come to a seat. Soles of the feet on the mat. Bend the knees, bring the knees over to the left, so right knee in the left arch, left knee out, left arm back. Inhale, reach and arch. And switch sides. And switch. And switch. And switch this time, lift the hips. And switch, lift the hips. One more time each side. Come back to center. Take the hands behind you, soles of the feet on the mat, toes facing directly away from you, fingertips facing towards you. Lift the hips, reverse tabletop. And release. Roll down onto the back. Press through the soles of the feet. Toes facing directly away from you. Elbows press into the mat. Inhale, lift, bridge. And release, squeeze the thighs together. Press through the heels, lift, squeeze the glutes. Release, 2, 3, 4, 5, squeeze the thighs together. They're not touching, but imagine you have a block in between them. 6, 7, 8, 9, last one, 10, hold. Press through the elbows. You can even take the hands underneath and clasp, shimmy the shoulders underneath the heart space, lift the heart space towards the chin. And release. Bring the knees together, feet as wide as the mat to relax. Walk the feet in towards each other now so they're parallel once again. Bring the right ankle on the left knee and draw the left shin in towards, or the left leg in towards the body. You can gently press the right knee away from you with the right ankle, pigeon on the back. Now allow the right foot and the left knee to come over to the left. Reach the right arm away from you. Press the right knee up towards the sky. Get a little bit deeper. Inhale back up, take the right foot down, left ankle over the right knee, draw the leg in, flex the left foot, pigeon on the back. And if you'd like, you can take the left foot over to the right, reach the left arm away from you, get a little deeper, change the stretch. Inhale, come back up, release the legs, let them fall to the left and right, windshield wiper again, really releasing that lower back. And bring both knees into the chest, give yourself a big hug. And take your hands to the inner or outer edges of the feet, flex the feet towards the sky. Knees come in toward the side body, happy baby, lengthen your tailbone towards the end of the mat. And remember, this isn't just baby, it's happy baby, so smile. Have a little fun, bring a little extra joy in. After this class, bring the soles of the feet together, press the knees apart, keep a hold of the feet for a second. And then bring the feet down, Supta Baddha Konasana, reclined butterfly pose. Take the arms out to the side of the mat, palms facing up. Shoulders move underneath the heart. Dip the chin slightly to lengthen the back of the neck. And allow gravity to take over the knees. If this is causing any pain, just release into a traditional Shavasana with the legs long. Or you can even take your legs up a wall if that's calling you today, or bring your legs onto a chair if that sounds good. Wherever you feel like being, Allow the body and the mind to sink in and revel in this time, this sacred time of Shavasana. Where everything that we have worked on in this practice each and every day can sink in to our very being. Stay here for as long as you're able, and I'll see you next time for our next class together. Namaste.
Thank you.